it is now our privilege to welcome our chief guest to the podium. Please join me in inviting Professor Dr. Premkumar Rajagopal to deliver the keynote address.
Okay, very good morning to all of you. First of all, thank you, the soon-to-be Dr. Janaka, Dr. Chandra, Prof. Ravi, my friend, many years, we are friends. Of course, in formal session we call Prof. Ravi and he calls me Prof. Prem, but informally we just call by name, that's it. And also our friend here from Cinnamon and distinguished professors. Welcome to this launching ceremony of Malaysia Institute of Science and Technology together with the Times School of Higher Education. Dr. Lisa, while they're trying to set it up, let me just take you through, maybe delayed, then I can also verbally take you through the overview of Malaysia Institute of Science and Technology. Now, this university, when you hear Malaysia means something must be connected to the government. Otherwise, we cannot use the word Malaysia for a private. So this university was funded by the Malaysian government in 1997 to work with one of the leading universities in the world, that is MIT. So the Malaysian government funded the university in 1997, and the first cohort started in 2001. 100% funded by the government, and up to 2009. And MIT, being a big brother, is very costly to continue to be with MIT. It's not cheap. It's a private institution, so it's very costly. So we ended our relationship with MIT in 2009. And then thereafter, from 2009 up to 2016, the university was going through a difficult period because the government changed the government, like you go through the changes, right? So when they changed the government, the mission changed, and then it was quite difficult. But however, we managed to get ourselves reshape, rebrand, and then reimagine higher education. So then we came to a point that we want to focus on certain areas. This is where we focus on sustainability and supply chain as our main flagship program. So I came into the university in 2016. And of course, in Sri Lanka, you call university CEO as Vice Chancellor, right? You follow the UK system. In Malaysia too, we follow the UK system. All the universities in Malaysia, they call Vice Chancellor. Except for this university, we call President. Why? Because we were funded by Malaysian government to work with MIT. MIT is the US system. So in the US system, they call it President. They don't call Vice Chancellor. So that's why you see my designation as a President, not a Vice Chancellor. Okay. Now, this university, as I said just now, funded by the government. So we have a mission. We have a responsibility for the government, what we're supposed to deliver, what we're supposed to do. So today we have taken the flagship to focus on supply chain management. We are very highly focused on supply chain management. And I myself, coming from the background, working in Intel technology for 14 years as a senior supply chain director in Intel for Penang, Malaysia, and also US. So we are very strong faculty members in the area of supply chain logistics. And of course, it concludes also into transportation, logistics, warehousing, and all these things. And this morning I was having a chat with Janaka talking about circular economy. All these things comes under sustainability. And Sri Lanka, you guys are very lucky actually. I wouldn't say by default. I think by a lot of effort you put in. Today, under the SDG number 4, education, you're already exceeding your given goal. And also, when it comes to SDG number 7, clean energy, again, you are exceeding the goal. The goal set by United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, the 17 goals. So SDG number 7, you guys are really ahead of the other countries, I would say. Like in Malaysia, we have got 9 coal plants. You only have 1 coal plant. India got 52 coal plants. Worst still, right? So, but you guys just 1 coal plant, the rest are all renewable energy. Very fortunate, very fortunate. So, but then the challenge comes in into meeting the other goals. SDG number 9, which is talking about industry, innovations, infrastructure, SDG number 9. And then SDG number 12, which talks about procurement. Anyone here from Department of Procurement? Purchasing, procurement, sourcing? No? Okay, banking sector, anyone here from banking sector? No one from banking sector? Oh, yeah, from banking sector. Okay, perfect. Then it works perfectly. SDG number 9, SDG number 12, which talks about ethical and responsible sourcing. This is where green financing is coming into place, and the 6 principles of responsible banking coming into place. Right? So, for me, in my experience going through an MBA, I did my MBA many years ago, 1996. Very pathetic time. I have to travel to the main campus, which was about 120 kilometers every weekend. Working in Intel, but then every weekend I had to travel to my campus to do my MBA. There's no hybrid, nothing. A very challenging period. And then the subjects was terrible. About 22 subjects. Non-relevant subjects we have to take. But the so-called MBA those days, because it was still in the teething era. But today MBA is very well structured. It's very well structured, very refined. Very refined. Even you talk about finance and accounting, very refined for decision makers. MBA is all about decision making. It's not about just getting another degree. You want to know about theory and all these things, you study theory and all these things in your undergraduate studies. But when it comes to the masters, it's all about application. It's about comprehension and then putting it into action. You don't study MBA and then keep the MBA and put behind your name MBA. It doesn't mean anything. If you're not able to put it into action, make a difference, it doesn't mean anything at all. So the subjects that has been designed for you, basically the 12 subjects that Prof. Ravi just mentioned, was actually designed by me. Personally, I sat down and structured the whole subject. I can tell you all the 12 subjects. 10 core and then 2 specialization, elective specialization. And here we choose to specialize in supply chain management. Why? Because for you, Sri Lanka, today the biggest challenge is supply chain. Yesterday you all had the inaugural, right? The launching of the Dream City, right? What is that all about? Of course, for a businessman, it's business. But for the country, what is it all about? It's about bringing in inflow of money into the country. It's about inflow. Bringing in. So that is what? That is upstream of the supply chain. Is the upstream of the supply chain, how you bring in the money. Because when you talk about supply chain, it's about managing the flow of money, managing the flow of material, and then managing the flow of information. Here you're talking about bringing in money through tourists, right? And now your tourists are already shifted already to India now today. I see the biggest, statistically for the first quarter of the 2 quarters, you find in Sri Lanka, your biggest number of tourists are coming from India. And you want to make that prominent, so you need to provide all these facilities for them to really attract them. And now you can direct flight, you come 2 hours, you come from Bombay, come to Colombo already. So that's about supply chain, it's all about supply chain. And Kills, I think they're taking the lead on this area. They're taking the lead together with another company from Malco or something like that, from Philippines, right? From Philippines, joint venture. And then again, your airport is going to be upgraded. Japan has just committed, saying that they will need to put money into upgrading your airport. And that is again another inflow of money. And then recently the BYD coming in very strong, right, into Sri Lanka, right? All of us are getting excited about EV. I never get excited about EV. And I know what is EV is going to happen. What is going to happen to EV? Many of us are getting excited about EV, electric vehicles, right? We're getting excited. I started using EV in 2018. When I bought the car, the BMW guy told me, hey, your car, don't worry. Each time you charge, full charge, you can run 60 kilometers. It's a hybrid, not full. 60 kilometers, no problem. Okay, good, thank you. I used it first year, 60 kilometers, perfect. Second year, came to 40 kilometers. Third year, drop. Fourth year, finally coming to 25 kilometers. Then I asked BMW, how much the battery? You know what? The battery itself costs about 11,000 USD. Battery costs 11,000 USD. Okay, that is cost, fine. But what is going to happen to the battery after that? Did any one of you thought about it? Is there an R&D for decarbonization of the battery? There is R&D. Decarbonization of battery, there is an R&D. But is the R&D scalable? That is the question. Now, if you are in the business world, you do a business, you always will have the question, is this business scalable? Yes or not? So the R&D is there, but it is not scalable. Why? Because to decarbonize the battery is not easy. You have nickel, cobalt, magnesium, and all these things. You think it's easy to separate? That's why Japanese are smart. They are the first mover in the automobile industry, right? They're smart. Have you heard about Japanese investing in EV very heavily? No, they invest only hybrid. So what is Japanese investing? Hydrogen cars. They already have refilling station for hydrogen like what? You have petrol station, right? Japan, they started. Now, this is about supply chain. It's all about supply chain. The subject of supply chain. I'm very passionate about the subject of supply chain because not only because I worked in Intel for 14 years in the area of supply chain, but also as a consultant for many companies. Dal Group in Sudan, Alaya Pharmaceutical in Kuwait, yeah, Riyadh, and we all heard about, you all know Bull, what do you call Red Bull, right? Red Bull. I was running a class in, sorry, taking a little bit of time, probably. I was conducting a class in France, supply chain class. I used to run the class there for the master student. And then one of my students was having a Red Bull on the table. Red Bull on the table. I went closer to him and I said, hey guy, you love Red Bull? Ah yes, it's the best energy drink. I asked him the next question, where does this come from? Where is this brand originated from? Ah, this is from the US. Where Red Bull came from? Where is Red Bull coming from? The brand. You want to learn supply chain, you must learn from Thailand. It comes from Thailand. The guy who controls the sugar in the Southeast Asia region, who is there? You think Malaysia? Robert Koch, they call, he is the sugar, they call him Sugar King. They call him the Sugar King. Robert Koch, Sugar King, you can Google, check. Why? Because he has the biggest sugar plantation. He controls everything. Nothing. The one who controls the price of sugar in Thailand, Malaysia, Indonesia, China, Philippines is Thailand. It's called mid-pond sugar. Dr. Lisa, are you from Thailand? No. Okay. Alright. It's mid-pond sugar. Then I was a consultant for these guys. Supply chain consultant. And you know what? When I was taking the session with the top management, and during that time the petrol price went up, diesel price went up very high in Thailand. And then I asked the CEO, he's actually from Gillett Group, the guy is the CEO for Mid-Pond Sugar. I asked him, hey, how are you going to manage the price of petrol and diesel is shooting rocket? How are you going to manage your costs? He smiled at me and said, I'm not worried. Mid-Pond is not worried. The price of petrol, diesel go up, no problem for us. Hey, but then your sugar plantation, you're using diesel, transportation, everything, you need diesel, right? The price is already high, your cost of operation is going to go up. No, don't worry. We will just convert the sugar to become ethanol and use it as an energy for our transportation. You see how they think about supply chain? Then I asked them, I gave them a solution. I said, they also have the densified board, this is called densified board. This is not wood, maybe densified board. You know densified board, right? Hard press, yeah? Then I asked them, you got densified board, beautiful densified board, and then you got a sugarcane plantation. Sugarcane, the layer, beautiful, right? Shining, right? Natural, right? So I gave them the technology. I say, why don't you take out the first layer of the sugarcane and use it as a cover for your densified board? Supply chain management. So that's what you are going to learn in this MBA. You're not going to learn theories. I can take a bet with you. I have learned theories, tired, enough. Yes, theories, yeah, you throw, you drop. Theory of gravity. Everybody knows, you don't need to teach. Yeah? But we want to get into the practice of business. We want to get into the practice of business. And you're very fortunate here, working with the Mass University. Mass University has got international conference and we open it to all of you. As a student, you can come in, you can sit down and listen to the papers, and you can also listen to the industry panels taking up keynote address and all. Yeah. On the 20th, we're having it in Mysore, JSS Mysore. Anyone, if you are connected with JSS, you know India. JSS is a very big university here. So we are working with JSS Mysore. That's one. Then the other conference we have it. Yeah. All right. Finally, yeah. Okay. The other conference we have is actually in Stanford University. Stanford University was ranked number 2 in the world, 2025. I'm working with Stanford, and there's a conference in November. I'll be going to Stanford as a keynote speaker, and I invite, if any one of you interested to put up a paper or anything, I welcome you. Connect with me and I put you through Stanford. Yeah, Stanford will be 23rd of November. Yeah, it is about sustainability. The agenda is a sustainability agenda. Very nice, interesting. Yeah? And well, that is about Mars. You can see MIT. Yeah, next page, please. Yeah, let me see if I can take a control from here. Okay, no, move on. Yeah, next page, please. Yeah, yeah. Okay, this one don't worry. Many universities are 5-star. Forget it. Next page. This really means a lot. AACSB means a lot. This is the highest accreditation coming from the US. Now, we are not accredited, we are a member. But even to become a member, it's not easy. Mass University is a member of AACSB. Yeah. Next page. EQUIS. This means a lot. This is an accreditation body coming from the US. In the UK. Just not AACSB from the US, EQUIS is from the UK. So in your MBA, you're going to get AACSB and EQUIS membership. This is prestigious. It's not that easy. In the world, there are only 141 universities with AACSB and EQUIS accredited. Next page. Okay, these are all small little things. Yep. Next page. This means a lot. ICA. ICA, we talked about supply chain just now, I talked to you, right? So in the world, the professional body for supply chain and logistics is ISCEA, International Supply Chain Education Alliances. So one of the subjects that you're going to take is sustainable supply chain management, and the faculty member who's delivering the subject is actually going to follow the curriculum given by ISCEA. Next page. Okay, next page. Okay. So we also have at MAS what we call as the Triple Crown MBA. AACSB, EQUIS and AMBA, but then this is an in-house program. This is just to tell you that in the world there are only 141 universities that offer Triple Crown, and we offer the Triple Crown in partnership with Cage Business School from France. This is where I deliver my classes in France, in Cage Business School. Yeah? Next. Okay, we have partnership in China, we have partnership in India. In India, we got about 500 students doing MBA with us. Something similar to you. Sri Lanka, you are the first cohort for us. First batch. Yeah. In India, we got 500 students in Calcutta, in Chennai, and then in Noida, Delhi. Yeah, 3. And in China, we got about 200 students. In Myanmar, we're starting out with Myanmar Institute of Management. In Dubai, we just kickstart 2 months ago, the first batch of MBA. And in September, we are starting in Singapore. Yeah. So I'm happy to have you on board, coming from Sri Lanka. Next. Okay, these are all the distribution of the MBA students across the globe. Yeah. We also have it in Nigeria, Ghana. Yeah. Next. Our global engagement and partnership. Move on next. Yeah. So we are very closely working with the industry. Yeah. For me, MBA is all about industry. Yeah. If you ask me personally, do we learn from books or do we learn from industry? My answer to you is we learn from industry. By the time the book is written, it will take 4 years to come up to you. 4 years. The author sits down, right, sends for proofreading, editor, this and that, then finally go for the press guy, and it takes another 6 months, then comes to the retail wholesaler, then from the retailer come to the wholesaler coming to the retailer. It takes 4 years. Industry today I practice, tomorrow I can write. So it's always good to learn from industry. Books are just basic guidance, that's all. Don't depend 100% on books. Yeah? But when you come to MBA, we will teach you, we will tell you, we will show you the way how you can have a quick learning. Yeah? Prof. Ravi will guide you through. Huh? They call it Google Scholar. He will tell you. You go to that website, you can download a lot of articles, recent articles, published articles, and you can learn from them. Especially the case studies. Next. Actually, I'm very happy to have Ravi. Seriously, this partnership is because of Prof. Ravi. Sorry, I'm calling Ravi. This partnership is just because of Prof. Ravi. Yeah? Prof. Ravi, and of course, I met Janaka, and I was very happy to work. Because for me, end of the day, it's not about commercial, it's not about business. Knowledge is not about business. Yeah. You must be highly committed to the quality. Otherwise, don't. Otherwise, it's a sin you do. You're doing a sin. If you think it's business, you come in and then you want to make money. There are many other ways to make money. Okay, we are recognized by the UGC of India, and we have some Sri Lankan students doing PhD with us, as a grant scholarship coming from UGC. We have Dr. Plasti, a few more. From Moratuwa University, and one of your students from, I think, Moratuwa University. He was one of the best students for PhD with me, and he published a book. Yeah, very nice, interesting. He's from public university. Yeah. So we have got a lot of students coming from Sri Lanka, from UGC. So we are recognized by the government. Don't worry. Yeah. Next. Next page. So this is the founder of the university, the ex-minister of economics. Minister of Economics is the founder of the university, so he put a lot of money to get this university going. But today he's quite happy because the university is self-sufficient. So you don't need to put in money. Okay. The next, that's me. I already shared about me, myself. Yeah. Next. Faculty member, this is important. Yeah. Of course, Prof. Ravi have just shared the list of faculty members. I'm very happy to note their areas of expertise. But let's look at a few of them. You see on the far left, you see David, right? Prof. David. David was recognized as the 2% top scientist in the world for AI by Stanford University. I is my friend. We did PhD together in the same university. Yeah. I'll get him to come and take a session with you. He'll be very happy to support you, for sure. Prof. David, one of the top guys. And then the one in the middle, Prof. Barjoy. Prof. Barjoy is a Malaysian economist. Every time the Malaysian government announces the budget, he will be giving the comments. A senior professor. And for information, I used his economic book when I was doing my A-level. He is now number 2 man in the university. I used his economic book, when I did my A-level. It was a transition from science to arts. Okay, next. We also have another few more. You see the far end, the left, Suresh. Prof. Suresh, I think, Prof. Ravi, you have met Prof. Suresh. Prof. Sureshwaran Ramadas is also same university. We did a PhD together, David, Suresh and me. Prof. Suresh is the guy, anyone with IT background, you know IPv, Internet Protocol. All your email IDs have got IP address. Today we are using IPv4 and now we are slowly migrating to IPv6. You know who created IPv6 for the world? That is the gentleman. Prof. Suresh with a few more colleagues from Germany. They created IPv6. So he's a professor for us. So we've got all the best guys for you. Next. We also got the ongoing research. Janaka was sharing with you just now the ongoing research we are doing with the United Nations has granted us the research grant, and we are working on the pod with IoT and blockchain, measuring and monitoring carbon, carbon emission, ongoing. So we got ongoing research. Any one of you who feel that you want to spend 6 months with us in the university, come, we welcome you. Come and join us for the research. Okay, next. Our offering, we have got 3 schools. Business school, from diploma to PhD, next. Logistics, diploma to PhD, and then next, information technology. So we have got about 270 PhD students with us. MBA students, we got about 800 MBA students with us. Yeah. In-house, we have got 200 MBA students with us. Next. And then that's about postgraduate PhD. Next. Next. Okay. Can you click the one below there? Is it possible for you to click? I see a professional certificate. Does it take you to the website? No? No, it doesn't take you. Meaning to say it's not connected to the internet. I thought I used hotspot just now. Are you connected? No? No? Yeah. Okay, that's okay. No problem. Can you open Google from your side? Okay. Open Google, please. I just want to share with you what do we do at the MBA level. Very practical things. Yeah. Open up Google. Okay, good. No, page down, page down. Yeah, page down. Okay, page down some more. Yeah. See, this program in Stanford University, sorry, Cambridge University. Sorry, just not Stanford, I'm talking about Stanford. Cambridge University, you page up, you see, sustainable supply chain, page up, some more, further up, some more, up from the video. Yeah. You see the sustainable supply chain offered in Cambridge University? Now, this is the module that we are going to take you through here. Cambridge University is one of the top universities, right? Well known, top 5 universities always. Page down, down some, page down some. Stop here. You see the word ISCA? Now, this program, Sustainable Supply Chain, offered in Cambridge University, is actually accredited by ISCA, and the modules are given by ISCA. You click the one, click here, the below there, the blue color. No, down some. Yeah. Now taking you through ICA website. You see ICA website? This is the professional body for supply chain. And the program that you saw in Cambridge is actually given by ISCA. You go to About ISCA. About. Yeah. Go to ISCA headquarters, executive, click there. And this ISCA is recognized in 72 countries in the world. 72 countries in the world. Page down. Okay. Yeah. You can see me over there. Page up. Yeah. Now, why a Malaysian guy can go up to this ISCA is because the program that is offered in Cambridge University, that Sustainable Supply Chain Management program, was designed by me. I designed the program, and now the program is offered in Cambridge. The same program, we will deliver it to you. And if you are interested in taking up the professional membership there, after finishing the program, the course, then Prof. Ravi will guide you. You take up the exam with the US, and then you pass, you will get a professional certificate that is offered exactly the same in Cambridge University. You will be getting it. Otherwise, you want to go to Cambridge, you have to pay 2,100 USD for that one particular program. But here we offer you as a package for you. You don't need to pay anything else. Unless you want to take up the exam, then you pay 600 USD, not 2,000. But if you don't take up the exam, that's okay. But you get a class. Everything, the PowerPoint, the notes, the case study, everything, I have it. So I'll pass it to Prof. Ravi and you can have it. So that is the level of quality assurance that we give you for our MBA program. Okay, I'll stop here, and if you have any question, please, I'll be happy to take if you have any questions for me with regards to the program that is offered here at Colombo through Times School Higher Education. Any questions? No. Silent means what? Huh? Two things. Huh? Today is a Sunday, right? Silent means your body is here, but your soul is not here. Your mind is elsewhere already because it's Sunday. Yeah? But I believe the first one, that is, you are connected with me this morning. Alright, with that note, thank you very much. If you don't have, otherwise during a breakout session, if you have any questions, you can always feel free to ask me. I'll be very happy to take you through. And if I cannot be of any assistance, do let me know. Yeah, and you can get my contact from Prof. Ravi Janaka. And with regards to the program, if you need to know more, get more information, do let us know. I'll be very happy. Okay? I always have a great passion for Colombo. I don't know why. I've been here a couple of times. Yeah, a couple of times. I really like the way, maybe the culture. Yeah, I'm a Malaysian-born Indian. Yeah, Malaysian-born Indian. Nothing to do with India. No connection at all. I don't know. Okay, but some or other the connection for India and Sri Lanka is very strong, huh? Because of the ties, or I don't know, cultural ties maybe. Yeah. Okay, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, and I look forward for you taking up the MBA and successfully being a smart and intelligent decision maker in your own given respective industry. Thank you.